We welcome you inside the Charleston Coliseum here in the state capital city of West Virginia as the NFHS Network brings you exciting live streaming coverage of the 2025 West Virginia High School Girls State Basketball Tournament. Today's game is being produced by Video Productions in conjunction with the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission and is presented by your local Little General Stores. Greetings from Charleston along with Jim Mahan and our great crew. I'm Mark Martin. Delighted to have you with us here for coverage of this 2025 state tournament. Getting set for game 3 of what is opening day here on this Tuesday, and it will be a Class AA showdown between number 2 seed St. Mary's and number 7 seed Ritchie County. Earlier today, it was number 3 seed Charleston Catholic winning over the Logan Wildcats by a count of 45-35. And then just wrapping up, it was Grafton and East Fairmont in a good game of AAA, and it was the number 4 seed Bearcats winning over number 5 East Fairmont to advance on here. Jim Mahan, a game here that features 2 teams going at it. We've seen this the first 2 games, and now here in game 3, rematch once again. Ritchie and St. Mary's, members of the Little Canal Conference. They faced off twice during this regular season. St. Mary's won both of those encounters. So we have this Ritchie County team hoping maybe the third time will be the charm. Meanwhile, Fred King hoping his St. Mary's team can make it to the semifinals and continue their great season of action.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, Mark. They have played twice this year, and St. Mary's came away victorious in both of those. However, the fact that Ritchie County now has that familiarity, they know some of the tendencies and the strengths that they have, of course, and none better in terms of St. Mary's than Addie Davis, the senior. She's really a force for the Blue Devils, and of course, Ritchie County's got pretty good player in Elsa Law. She's only a sophomore. 2 seniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman start for St. Mary's, and 1 senior, 1 junior, and 3 sophomores starting for Ritchie County. So very young Ritchie County starting 5, and seems to be a good matchup here for a third game.
Yeah, we'll wrap up this first session here at the state tournament. And again, 6 games each day taking us to Championship Saturday. So getting set for our second AA matchup of the day. And veteran Fred King, David McCullough for Ritchie County. So look forward to seeing these 2 battle it out here for a third time here in this 2024-25 season. One that will take one on to the semifinals. Ritchie coming in 16-7. St. Mary's is 19-4. We'll break away, come back, talk more about this matchup between St. Mary's and Ritchie County in a moment here on the NFHS Network.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General Store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General Store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
set for St. Mary's and Ritchie County to do battle this season for a third time. Ritchie County 16-7. Again, they have lost to St. Mary's twice, 51-31, 81-33. Also lost to Williamstown twice, to Doddridge County, and to Roane County, and to Wayne County, the Wayne Pioneers, 58-32. Wade Williamson's Wayne Pioneers back in the state tournament once again. St. Mary's lost to Grafton, who just won earlier here over East Fairmont. They lost to Williamstown and also to Wheeling Central and to Fort Fry, who was just a game away from playing for an Ohio State championship. Of course, Wheeling Central is here at the state tournament in 2025. All right, let's head over to Frank Blake for our introductions here between St. Mary's and Ritchie County.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center for this 2025 West Virginia High School Girls Basketball Championships presented by Chick-fil-A. And the WBSSAC reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. So please let your good sportsmanship show during this afternoon's game. And this is a championship contest in Class AA. Let's welcome the Ritchie County Rebels. And let's welcome the St. Mary's Blue Devils. Let's start by introducing Ritchie County's head coach, David McCullough. He meets at center court in St. Mary's head coach, Fred King. Assistant coaches for Ritchie County, Ashley Davis, Adam Davis, and Drew Ross. Assistant coaches for St. Mary's,
Good to see you, brother.
Good.
With the support staffs of both teams, please join their coaches on the floor at this time. Let's introduce the squads now, starting with Ritchie County. Number 0, Elijah Davis. For St. Mary's, number 1 is Landry Weeks. For the Rebels, number 1, Abigail Cox. For the Blue Devils, number 3, Andy Grady. Ritchie County's number 2, Connie Smith. Number 4, Riley Renner. For Ritchie County, number 10 is Riley Snyder. For the Blue Devils, number 5, A.E. Strauss. For Ritchie County, number 11, Cody Freed. For St. Mary's, number 14, Brooklyn Davis. For the Lady Rebels, number 13, Kesley Wass. For the Blue Devils, number 33, Lindsay Asher. Remaining squad members for Ritchie County, number 25, Emma Wagaman. Number 30, Jordan Bailey. And number 32, Mariah McBrayer. Now we move to the starting fives for Ritchie County. The 5'7" sophomore, number 3, Elsa Long. For St. Mary's, the 5'8" sophomore, number 2 is Anna Bennett. Ritchie County's 5'6" sophomore, number 4 is Chelsea Jeffrey. For the Blue Devils, a 5'6" freshman, number 11, Lady Watkins. Ritchie County, 5'9", a junior, number 12, Emily Bush. For the Blue Devils, a 5'10" sophomore, number 32, Friendly Mullet. For the Lady Rebels, a 5'8" senior, number 21, Ray Rupert. For the Blue Devils, a 5'5" senior, number 12, Callie Howe. That 5'6", the sophomore, number 24, Ava Satterfield. And St. Mary's, a 5'8" senior, number 13, Addie Davis.
All right, ready to go with Ritchie County and St. Mary's for a third time this season. And to the winner, a spot in the Class AA semifinals later this week. Back in a moment on the NFHS Network.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Patayo.
And this is Elsa.
And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. I really like the marinated chicken breast because the spice comes in at just the right moment.
Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. It's highlighting the flavors in the chicken. That's what really makes me happy. Are you gonna eat all your fries?
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
At Window World of Beckley, we appreciate our customers like Lily Grove Baptist Church.
We recently called Window World to give us a quote on new windows in our church.
The salesman was prompt. He gave us a reasonable price. The windows came and were installed in a professional manner. They look great and will help us with heat loss this winter.
Call 1-800 Window World today for your free in-home estimate.
I highly recommend Window World of Beckley.
Charleston Catholic has advanced. Grafton has advanced. And now it's Ritchie and St. Mary's ready to go. And Blue Devils quickly out of the gates.
Addie Davis, it took St. Mary's 3 seconds to score. Tip, one pass, layup.
Davis, 17.7 points per game. Played high school ball with her older sister Zoe. She's off to West Virginia Wesleyan to compete for Brett Vinson's Bobcats. Scooping it up. Brinley Bullock. Davis. Davis, 46% from the field, 68% free throw shooter, and Bullock going to be whistled for a foul. Dylan Hall, Charles Short, Will Samuel are the officials. Fred King, nearly 50 years in the coaching business, Jim.
It's hard to believe.
Coached at a variety of places, went to Bowling Green, Frontier High School, Tyler Consolidated, Sistersville, Payton City, Ritchie County, David McCullough, 18th season, over 200 wins. That's a long time, unless you're coaching against Fred King,
Yeah.
who's got you about 30.
Your measuring stick there with a guy that's been here about a half a century coaching.
Terry Nichols, Angela Eddy are the St. Mary's assistant coaches. Ashley Davis, Drew Ross, and Adam Davis are the assistants for the Rebels, and firing and unable to get that one to go is Elsa Law, great young player. Taken away by Ritchie.
A good defense there by Emily Bush.
Dave McCullough spent a lot of time with Terry Spangler, who brought some great teams here to Charleston. The late, great Terry Spangler, one of the all-time greatest athletes ever come out of Boone County. Driving as Bullock can't get it to drop. Here's Davis firing and connecting.
She's responsible for all 7 of the points for the Blue Devils.
Andy Davis 7 and Ritchie County nothing here early on. Spin on the baseline. Won't drop there for Ray Rupert.
A good piece of officiating there, them talking back and forth. There's Addie Davis squaring it up from the right wing. Nothing but net.
Her 53rd three-pointer of the season. Open shot, firing, and unable to get it to go. Chelsea Jeffrey. And then it's going to be Elsa Law out there to give the Rebels another opportunity here. And Bullock with the steal. Bullock with the layup.
Good anticipation there for Riley Bullock. And we get a timeout on the court.
Yep, Dave McCullough has seen enough as Brinley Bullock gets the steal and takes it the distance. Back in a moment here on the NFHS Network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community. The health plan. Here for you.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Not the start that Dave McCullough wanted, exactly what Fred King wanted.
Yeah, it got scripted exactly the way Fred wanted to go with it.
So timeout, we'll see if that settles down. The Rebels here, good looking shot there by Emily Bush, but it wouldn't drop through.
They've had a couple decent open looks, Mark. The ball just hasn't fallen through the hoop for the Rebels.
Elsa Law got it, and there is what the Rebels needed. Law with her 50th three of the season, and good shot there by Law, and gets the Rebels on the board. Now here is Davis. Couldn't get that one to go. Davis was All-State, LKC Player of the Year. She's racked up a lot of honors.
Good anticipation by Chelsea Jeffrey there to get the steal.
Now the Rebels get a bucket, get a stop, and try to fall back into this after falling behind 9-0. Anna Bennett races the floor. And here is a shot up by Lainey Watkins. Goes out of bounds. Up off the Rebel bench. Kelly Smith will check in, and heading out will be Ava Satterfield. So one sophomore for another. Davis with the shot. Couldn't get it to go, but collecting the rebound and putting it up and in is Anna Bennett. Bennett averages 7.6 a game. Nice pass by Law. Shot denied, though, for Ray Rupert. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, good dribble penetration, a nice pass, but good recovery there off the block from Addie Davis.
Open shot. No good there for Emily Bush. You know, they say it can be tough seeing somebody for a third time in a season.
Yeah, that one went off the toe of I believe, El Salal.
Shot up and rattles through there.
Well, that's called a shooter's roll.
Yeah. Powell knocking it through. Blue Devils go up 14-3. And here's a takeaway by Powell, the senior, and gets it to go. Powell, 5 straight points. Powell averages nearly 11 a game. Bullock trying to go for the steal here, and going to be held ball. It will be Ritchie's basketball. Jordan Bailey checking in.
Great anticipation there by Callie Powell.
Salal, Dave McCullough feels she's one of the best point guards around, and she's got that beautiful stroke. She has 2 threes, 16-6. They need a few more of those to kind of get back in it, and Ritchie County comes away with the basketball. So this is the situation now for Ritchie. When this happens, you got to take advantage.
And you really need to put points on the board if you can, or get a foul, something that's a positive for your team down 10 early in this contest.
It was a 16-3 game, and Walls had both baskets. A good look there. Shot would not go, though, for Satterfield. Out of bounds and keep it with the Rebels. Don't adjust whatever you're watching on here. Yes, we say St. Mary's is the Blue Devils. A lot of people might think, well, that's the team with the ball, Ritchie, but Ritchie's colors are blue. St. Mary's' nickname is Blue Devils. His Law hits again, but for years, St. Mary's colors have been purple and gold.
Yeah.
How about Law?
All three three-pointers in this first quarter.
16-9. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with St. Mary's. Dave McCullough has to be pleased. I mean, Law certainly the offense at the moment, but team just grinding away here. Getting the ball into her hands. Well, Davis missed. Davis gets another opportunity, and Davis will score. Davis with 9 to open things up here in this first quarter, 18-9 game.
Yeah, good feed by Landry Riggs to see Davis in the open, get the ball to her.
Shot up and in, so Satterfield producing offense for the Rebels, somebody other than Law. 18-11, we're under a minute to go, and Davis shot off the mark there. Rebels will come away with it here. And a chance here, Jim, to slice into that deficit a bit before this quarter ends. Shot up, and this one rattles around, won't go for Chelsea Jeffrey. Dave McCullough says Jeffrey just kind of plays with a chip on her shoulder.
She does. Good hustle there by Law, deflecting that pass to stop that fast break from the Blue Devils, Lady Blue Devils.
Ray Rupert is out, and Chelsea Jeffrey checks out for Ritchie County. It's going to be Ritchie County's basketball.
Yeah, off the turnover. Didn't really have a good handle on it, and then had a double dribble.
So another opportunity here for the Rebels. Get it closer before this first quarter comes to a close. I'm winding down, and Ritchie unable to get a shot off, and now St. Mary's will get a chance here. Bullock gets it into the hands of Powell. Her shot won't drop, and that will do it. St. Mary's raced out to a 9-0 lead. They are in front 18-11 as we head to the second here on the NFHS Network.
Please hold the line, and we will answer you shortly. Gosh, I'm still waiting for those corporate prices.
Looks like you could use a hand. Literally, we're here to help. While we're waiting, let's talk about what really matters. Customer service.
That's crucial for us.
No, agent.
SMHS, this is Emerald. How may I help you today?
Thanks, Emerald.
Now that's impressive.
Small town service you can count on. I'm still on hold.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
Today's live streaming coverage of the 2025 West Virginia High School Girls State Basketball Tournament is being presented by your local Little General Stores. Great price, convenient places, your local Little General Stores. Quick start for St. Mary's. Ritchie responds, down 7 as we start the second.
Yeah, they've settled back in a little bit and came back, actually outscored them after that opening flurry of 9-0.
The top 2 scorers heading in, Addie Davis for St. Mary's, Elsa Law for Ritchie, each with 9. Actually, Davis with 11.
See, Rupert had a little bit of control of that rebound, but came down, fell to the floor, and was called for traveling.
Check that, Davis does have 9, and Law with 9. Rebels will have the basketball here.
Yeah, they caught Addie Davis with a little bit of a reach in, the senior there. Got a little anxious off of that miss.
Ball out of bounds.
A nice idea by Chelsea Jeffrey to feed it in off of the double team down low, but not able to get the pass in there. Deflected out of bounds.
Law again.
Wow. I don't know if you're counting, Mark, but I believe that's 4 for her.
She's breaking the law from behind the three-point line.
There you go.
Devils whipping around. Bullock looking for a 3. And how about Bullock? The 5'10 sophomore averages 14.7 a game. And Fred King told us she can step out there and knock him down. She shows it there.
She does a little of everything, Mark. Very quick, good off the boards, anticipates passes, gets in the passing lane a lot more than you think she does, and able to knock a 3 down.
2-pointer there for Ray Rupert. Wouldn't fall through. This is Anna Bennett with it. Bullock from the outside again. That will be 2, but Bullock delivers. Bullock has 7 in the game.
Yeah, back-to-back threes there from Bullock. Mark, you mentioned sophomore. She certainly doesn't play like one. She seems very experienced and poised out there.
Law driving through the lane there. Ball out of bounds. It will be in the possession of the Blue Devils of St. Mary's. Dave McCullough, he was an assistant to the late Terry Spangler and had the pleasure of coaching Missy Spangler. Landry Riggs is into the game for St. Mary's. Missy Spangler, great basketball career, player of the year in West Virginia. Dave McCullough played his high school sports football and basketball for the late great Kenny Wright. Shot on its way, and that won't drop for Davis.
She had a good look in the corner, Mark. Just wasn't able to convert on it.
Here's Law. You know, these two schools are not separated by much, St. Mary's and Ritchie. About 16 miles?
Yeah.
Something like that. A foul going to be whistled on
Anna Bennett, I believe.
I believe, yep.
I believe that's her first. That was a hustle foul. Coaches are really not concerned about those.
We go under 5 here in this second quarter of play. That was a 13-point deficit that Ritchie faced, but the Rebels have fought back here, but unfortunately they're turning it over.
Yeah, that's early game jitters there, just lack of concentration. Had an easy pass, wasn't able to secure it.
Both coaches decided to not bring their teams down until today, since they had the 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, it's always a decision a coach makes. You want to bring your kids down, and it's a really quick move there, but Bullock wasn't able to finish.
But St. Mary's gets it back, and now Davis fighting there with Rupert. And here's Bullock, another shot that won't go, and another battle, and then a tumble. As Watkins.
Laney Watkins had the ball and got bodied to the floor. Good look there by Bullock, in and out from her. Good battling rebound there by Watkins. And we have the foul on Rupert, her first.
Shot up and good by Laney Watkins. Watkins coming in, averaging 5.3 a game, has 5 3-pointers on the season. And she makes it a double-figure advantage at 25-14. Law trying to change that with what would have been her 5th 3 of the game. But now here's St. Mary's on the move, and they run the floor well. Watkins will score.
Yeah, definitely a good pass from Callie Powell to her. Good body control by Watkins, the freshman.
St. Mary's back to another 13-point lead. Chelsea Jeffrey heading out, and Callie Smith coming in, but we have a timeout here. 3:32 to go in the first half. St. Mary's 27, Ritchie County 14. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 West Virginia High School Girls State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
3:32 to go here in this first half of action. Whether it is a blue can of Pepsi or a silver can of Diet Pepsi or the black can of Pepsi Zero, enjoy a great smooth taste of an ice cold Pepsi. Ritchie County with the ball, up with the shot off the glass, and good for Callie Smith, the 5'3" sophomore. Brings a lot of energy when she enters the game. Averages 9.7 and a travel called here with the count being at 27-16. If you're Dave McCauley, you just got to keep preaching. Got to keep this thing below double digits.
Yeah, protect the ball, get you some good shots, see how things fall, hope for some turnovers with some pressure on the back end. Sneak in a 3 now and then you're back into the game.
Elsa Law, she has been impressive thus far. Here's Smith, scored a moment ago. Rupert on the move, whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Watkins was not happy with that call, the 5'6" freshman, but you cannot impede their progress heading to the basket.
It's her second. So in for the Blue Devils is Landry Riggs. Laney Watkins checking out. Rupert called for the travel.
Yeah, she established her right foot as a pivot foot, and then she took off like she was coming out of a block, and she moved the right foot. So.
Kelly Powell, the 5'5" senior. With it and open for the shot, a little short for Landry Riggs. Riggs can stroke them from the outside, came into the game with 11 threes on the season. Here's Law. Now Rupert.
A really good defense played by St. Mary's right now.
There's for Law. Gets it to Bush, and Bush lost the handle. Held ball, it will stay with the Ritchie County Rebels. The consolidation of old Harrisville High School and Pennsboro High School, located in Ellenboro, right on Route 50. There's a travel from Parkersburg to Clarksburg. Harrisville, the Gators. Pennsboro, the Cardinals. Davis comes away with the steal. Davis traveled.
Yeah, she thought about passing it, got kind of caught up in the old dribble and then regathered it, and yeah, that's a travel. Again, Mark, Ritchie with another opportunity to get it into single digit. We talked about this. You know how that changes sometimes the mental aspect of the game.
Well, they've had some chances here, Jim, and unable to capitalize, and now here is Davis. She's inside the three-point line there, but Davis connects. Addie Davis, her father, Sean, was a really good basketball and baseball player at Old Spencer High School. And she will attend West Virginia Wesleyan. Wesleyan finished second in the regular season of the Mountain East Conference this year under former basketball standout Brett Vincent, who started at South Harrison, played basketball at Marshall. Done a good job there at Wesleyan. So 29-16, 48.9 to go.
Yeah, valiant effort there by Elsa Law. She almost picked Bullock, but ball bounced out of bounds. Fortunate for the Lady Blue Devils.
Addie Davis. Davis Called for a travel once more. Well, these players for St. Mary's, Ritchie, they live near Parkersburg, the Mid-Ohio Valley, and a lot of good opportunities to work on their games. Various organizations that offer workout opportunities. Steal by Davis. And Davis will
set it up smartly, pull it out for a final shot of this second quarter.
Powell shoots. Can't get it to go. Rebound by the Rebels. And a shot beyond half court. Hits the back of the iron for Rupert. St. Mary's takes a 13-point lead into the locker room in this third meeting of the season between the two schools. St. Mary's 29, Ritchie 16. We return here for our halftime coverage in just a moment on the NFHS Network.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9, 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back inside the Charleston Coliseum, 29-16 in favor of St. Mary's, a Class AA quarterfinal round game. Earlier today, Charleston Catholic wins in AA, defeating Logan by a final of 45-35. And then it was Grafton in a AAA game, beating East Fairmont 57-49. St. Mary's races out to a 9-0 lead in this game, and they have owned the advantage throughout the first half of action. But you have to give credit to Ritchie County, Jim, as we look at our stats presented by Little General Stores. Ritchie fought its way back, and, in no means is this game out of reach.
Well, the first anomaly that pops out to me, neither teams went to the charity stripe. Both teams have not shot a free throw, but positive for Ritchie County, 4 for 10 from beyond the arc, 40%. That's wonderful. However, for the rest of the field, they're 6 for 23, which is not so well, and that has caused part of their deficit. The other thing, too, 10 points off of fast break points for St. Mary's as opposed to 0 points for Ritchie. It just shows you the speed and then how quickly St. Mary's gets out and gets it down the court, and just, there's a less dribbling and a lot of passing, and that's part of the formula for their success.
It was 18-11 at the end of the first quarter, and here At the break, it stands at 29-16. We'll come back, take a look at some individual numbers in just a moment. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 West Virginia High School Girls State Basketball Tournament on the NFHS Network.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
It's the New Year's sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Kia in South Charleston.
For a limited time during the New Year's sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Kia of South Charleston, get 1.9% financing for up to 60 months and $750 loyalty cash on the 2025 Kia Sportage. Plus, ask about making no payments for 90 days. That's no payments for 90 days.
Shop 24/7 at DutchMillerKiaofCharleston.com.
Back inside the Charleston Coliseum, halftime in this third battle of the season between St. Mary's and Ritchie County. St. Mary's winning the regular season encounters, trying to do it for a third time. On top of the Rebels, 29-16. Got out to a quick 9-0 lead, had a 16-3 lead. And at the moment here, this 13-point advantage.
Yeah, Ritchie went a little cold, Mark, in that second quarter, 2 for 10. Started out the first quarter, they were 4 for 15 for the game, 6 for 23, shooting 26%. They'll have to do a little better job in the second half.
Coming up later on the NFHS Network at the 5:30 hour, we'll have another AA game. And that will be the top seed Wheeling Central Knights up against Philip Barber. And the final game of the day in AA will have Wyoming East, the number 4 seed, going against James Monroe. And sandwiched between those games will be action between defending AAA state champ Nitro and Lewis County in another AAA quarterfinal round game. The other two AAA games will be tomorrow. We'll have Greenbrier East Sissonville, Wayne and Kaiser. And then all the Quad A games are tomorrow. Spring Valley and Spring Mills will play at 5:30. University and St. Albans will play at 9. We start today with Parkersburg against George Washington, and the 1 o'clock game will have Morgantown against Washington. And we could have George Washington against Washington, and they're both the Patriots. That would not happen until Friday. We'll see what Parkersburg and Morgantown have to say about that. We'll break away one more time here at this halftime, and we will return, bring you third quarter action between St. Mary's and Ritchie here on the NFHS Network.
To the championship athletes, we say,
Good luck.
Go get them.
fight hard.
Never give up.
You've got this.
There's no I in team.
Yeah.
It's their game.
Let's go. And most importantly, have fun.
At WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, we're proud to be the official healthcare partner of West Virginia High School athletics.
Give themselves a fighting chance.
Make shots.
She's good.
Make shots. I know she's good.
All right, back here inside the Charleston Coliseum, 29-16. Our score as we get set to begin this third quarter of play, looking at individual numbers in that first half of action. Leading the way for St. Mary's was Addie Davis, who had 11 in the contest. She hit a three-pointer. Brindley Bullock had 7 points. She knocked down a three. 5 points were produced by Callie Powell, who had a three-pointer. 4 for Lainey Watkins and 2 for Anna Bennett. Top scorer for Ritchie County and for the game at the moment, Elsa Law had 12. She hit 4 three-pointers and 2 points each by Ava Satterfield and Callie Smith. So St. Mary's in the white, Ritchie County in the blue. Bullock up, Bullock in.
Nice body control there by Bullock to get him started here in the third quarter. Good bank off the backboard, had a way to use it.
It's our biggest lead of the game at 15. And you're sure what Dave McCullough said in the locker room, we cannot let them come out and start fast like they did. Law will answer. I'm telling you what, Jim Mahan, this young lady is just a sophomore.
Yeah, she's got a bright future ahead of her for sure.
Powell, the senior, drives and scores.
And typically Powell is dishing him out. She had 6 assists in the first half, Mark. That's a very unselfish play on her part, but decided to take the ball to the rack herself.
33-19 our score. You just know that Dave McCullough says, hey, we just got to stay within striking distance here. Rupert putting up the tough shot. She hits the deck, and a foul will be called. Our officials, again, Dylan Hall, Charles Short, and Will Samuel. And
whistled Addie Davis for that one. That's her second mark.
They talk about it all the time here, and that is you got to have officials.
You got to have officials that can communicate and do a good job. And, of course, these guys get here based a lot on their ratings from all the coaches throughout the season. So, you know, you don't just get whoever you want. These are the best of the best.
Addie Davis checks out. Landry Riggs heads in. Rupert at the line, and she will connect on the second free throw, missed the first, and that brings the lead down to 13. Ball stays with St. Mary's.
And an adamant Fred King over there harping to his troops to stay in their positions. That was a good feed inside to Lanny Watkins for an easy 2.
$35-20. Bullock, as Ritchie turns it over, Bullock can't get it to go. Rupert snatches the missed shot. Elsa Law will bring it across the 10-second line. Awaiting her is Anna Bennett. Law lifting it up, and Law, well, I guess you can say yes, she can make 2-pointers as well as 3-pointers.
Yeah, we had to see it, but she did. That was a really nice short jumper from the baseline.
Law coming in averaging 15.9. She's at 17 here. And again, St. Mary's, some of these players, they have been here. Ritchie players have not, but Ritchie's players don't seem in awe of this big arena. So they are trailing, but again, We'll have to do with just St. Mary's is a real good basketball team. There is a bucket and a foul as Bennett will go to the line.
Yeah, it was a good feed inside and a nice body control there. Kept her eye on the rim.
Emily Bush commits the foul. That's her first. Rupert heading out for Ritchie County, and Callie Smith heads in.
Shot of the crowd telling Anna to go bananas.
Well, a shot no good there, trying to convert the three-point play for Bennett, and then the ball goes out of bounds.
Mark, you mentioned earlier, you know, Ritchie County's battling in this, and they've got a lot of youth. I mean, they have 4 underclassmen starters that really don't seem to be rattled too much by it. I know they're down a little bit, but they're battling in this.
Lainey Watkins checked out a moment ago. Avi Sprouse, number 5, is in for St. Mary's. Here's Davis coming away with the basketball. Fires to Powell. Back to Davis. Straight away in the free throw circle. Davis, who got back into the game, and she has 13, 39-22. So the lead swells to 17.
Yeah, Powell to Davis has a great two-man basket there.
And Law that time, three-pointer blocked, and then a foul going to be called as Bennett was driving in, so she's going to get back to the line. And that was Davis. Who else?
With the block. She blocks, she steals, she scores, plays defense, runs the floor.
14th block of the season.
We talked about all these underclassmen, Mark. You've got 3 starters that are sophomores and 3 stars from Ritchie, 2 stars from St. Mary's that are sophomores. You have 5 of the 10 starters are 10th graders.
Bennett now has 6 following the free throws. Shot on its way, hits the back of the iron for Bush. But there is Rupert to get it, and then driving in and being fouled is Rupert.
Yeah, nice dribble penetration by her.
Foul going to be assessed on A.V. Sprouse, so that will have Ray Rupert at the line. Did not play as a junior, came back out and just gives a good full-out effort each and every time she's on the floor, according to David McCullough. So he brings back in Callie Smith, and heading out will be Satterfield. Powell and Bennett are out. Lainey Watkins back in for St. Mary's. Rupert gets the second. So St. Mary's works with Davis, Lainey Watkins, A.V. Sprouse, Bullock, and Riggs. We'll see if they stay out there on the court when we return. Timeout here in this third period. It's St. Mary's 41, Ritchie County 23 on the NFHS Network.
At Window World of Beckley, we appreciate our customers like Lily Grove Baptist Church.
We recently called Window World to give us a quote on new windows in our church.
The salesman was prompt. He gave us a reasonable price. The windows came and were installed in a professional manner. They look great and will help us with heat loss this winter.
Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today for your free in-home estimate.
I highly recommend Window World of Beckley.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Cracker Barrel, the old country store with locations in Charleston and Cross Lanes, West Virginia. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's Cracker Barrel. 41-23 inside the famed Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. It's a convention center just hosting a wide range of events. And of course, the Coliseum, once known as the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. And boy, if the walls could talk, Jim, there have been some great basketball games played here down through the years at a variety of levels, and certainly in this girls' state basketball tournament.
And some outstanding players as well.
And we got a few right here on the court in this final game of the morning session. This was the 1 o'clock game. Bullock, oh, beautiful distribution there. Bullock with 11 now, 43-23. So the gap starting to widen a bit here, Jim.
Yeah, Sprouse with a great job off of that feed. And there's a nice pick there.
Yeah, Lainey Watkins takes it the distance. She's got 8. Now St. Mary's at this moment, they took the advantage and they haven't looked back thus far. Law, Guns, can't get that one to go. Riggs gets the rebound. Aria McBrayer has checked that Jordan Bailey back into the game for the Rebels. Driving Powell, can't get it to go. And out of bounds, and give the ball up to the Rebels. Jordan Bailey way out front with it, in trouble, looking for help, and they'll get a timeout call with 2:20 remaining here in this third quarter of play. 45-23, we return to the Charleston Coliseum in a moment here on the NFHS Network.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors. I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Train locally, serve part-time, and build a career with endless possibilities. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Out of the timeout, Ritchie County with the basketball. Attacking, and Getting fouled is Jeffrey.
Called that one on Callie Powell. That's her first.
And it comes to Ray Rupert. Rupert wheeling into the lane. And Davis gets a piece of that one.
She does a little bit of everything more. She is a great press breaker, but she can block shots, hit threes, hit twos, fast break.
Shot on its way, and yet again, Law. She has 8 points here in the third quarter, and she has 20 for the game. 45-26 St. Mary's. Davis. Near still there by Chelsea Jeffrey. Lindsay Asher in the game for St. Mary's. Asher, a 5'9" senior. Blue Devils come up empty. Rebels with the basketball from Ritchie County. Just kind of grinding her way toward the basket.
Yes.
And getting the foul is Chelsea Jeffrey.
And she got a free ride there with the body. Just kept riding her the whole way.
Bullock will check back in for St. Mary's. Number 32, Asher, will go out. Heading in for Ritchie will be Satterfield. A travel will be called on Callie Smith.
Yeah, a little shuffle there. Excellent defense by Anna Bennett for St. Mary's on Elsa Law. She's not going to let her get a free look at the basket from the perimeter.
We go under a minute to play here in this third quarter. Davis on the move, and Davis looking for someone, but no one was there.
Yeah, she thought she might drift out in the corner, and then Bennett decided to float in with her like she was going to go after the rebound.
45-26. Earlier today, Charleston Catholic winning over Logan 45-35. Grafton down East Fairmont 57-49. Bullock gets a block there on the drive.
Yeah, she kind of gave up and then came up from behind and did a nice job of not bodying her, just getting all ball.
And getting the block there of the Jordan Bailey shot. And tell you what, we talked about it earlier, Jim, how well St. Mary's in general runs the floor. Boy, Bullock does a nice job.
She does a really nice job. Boy, they all do, and boy, they're always looking at for their teammate in the open spaces. That's what impresses me about them. Very, very unselfish team.
47-26. Jeffrey driving on the baseline, can't get it to go. Chance here as shot is fired up by Powell. Had a couple of close calls at the buzzer here today. All right, that will do it for the third. Away we go to the fourth. St. Mary's on top of Ritchie County, 47-26 here on the NFHS Network.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number one reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Join the team at Affinity Coal Company in Sophia, West Virginia that offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. Company paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. Affinity Coal Company in Sophia.
Mark, you talked about the way St. Mary's runs the floor. 14 fast break points in this contest, 0 for Ritchie County.
Addie Davis 13, Brinley Bullock 13. Takeaway, Blue Devils. Shot no good there by Bennett. 20 points in the game for Elsa Law to lead all scores. But other than Law, just 3 others have scored. Just 2 points only from Ray Rupert, Ava Satterfield, Callie Smith. St. Mary's getting the basketball. Davis fires it down. Watkins puts it in.
I know she makes it look effortless, Mark, but that was a really, really good pass from Addie Davis.
Law up with a shot, can't get it to drop. Brinley Bullock. There's Davis. Got a nice pass from Powell and put it up, arched it up there. Davis with 15 now, 51-26. Quick start for St. Mary's in this game. Shot out to a 9-0 lead. Got it up to 16-3. She's battled at times. Here's Law chasing down the pass. She had missed the 3. Good hustle by the sophomore Elsa Law. Shot too strong by Ray Rupert. A timeout has been called here on the floor with 6:04 remaining in the basketball game. We return to the Charleston Coliseum in a moment on the NFHS Network.
At Window World of Beckley, we appreciate our customers like Lily Grove Baptist Church.
We recently called Window World to give us a quote on new windows in our church.
The salesman was prompt. He gave us a reasonable price. The windows came and were installed in a professional manner. They look great and will help us with heat loss this winter.
Call 1-800 Window World today for your free in-home estimate.
I highly recommend Window World of Beckley.
51-26 our score here. A busy evening of action inside the Charleston Coliseum. Games you will see on the NFHS Network. And it will be AA play at 5:30. Wheeling Central, Philip Barber. Nightcap will be James Monroe, Wyoming East. And that is in AA action. And in AAA competition tonight, number 1 seed Nitro against Lewis County, the 8th seed. They met last March here for the AAA championship. Now they'll open up state tournament play against each other. Bullock drives in, can't get the shot to go down. Again, one of the teams that St. Mary's lost to this season was Fort Fry, Ohio, and had a great team, and things are different this year in Ohio instead of a state tournament where 4 teams make it in 4 divisions. Nice drive by Law, who now has 22. They decided to stretch it out to 7 divisions, but it's all regional final until the state tournament. So the state tournament game-wise got whittled down a little bit, but you have 7 state championships instead of 4 as Bullock makes a nice play there. She has 13, but that Fort Fry team was just 1 win away from getting there. And meanwhile, right up there in the Mid-Ohio Valley, a great program at Waterford High School, and Waterford is back in the state championship once again.
Some good competition all up in that area for sure. Both sides of the Great Ohio River. Mark, we saw a couple transition that Law's layup with the left hand, and then a great move by Bullock there coming through. There's the foul you see on Rupert.
So that will have Powell at the line, and her first shot is off the mark. Powell at the free throw line for the first time today. Hit a three-pointer earlier in the game. Brooklyn Davis, no relation to Addie, checked in, 5'2" sophomore, number 14. Powell, pretty good free throw shooter, 67%, couldn't get either to go down. Here's Law. Also Law. Well, Satterfield was in trouble there, and they're going to get Satterfield for a traveling violation.
Yeah, she's kind of spun into a blind trap there, and then you saw the pick there from semi-pick from Landry Riggs.
Eddie Davis back into the game. Powell is out. Bullock drives and will be fouled by Rupert.
Yeah, Bullock just she knows what to do with the ball when she gets it. Caught it at the high post. You'll see here in this dribble drive to the left. Good power move there. She'll be going to the line.
Raylan Snyder heads in for the Rebels of Ritchie County, number 10, a 5'5" sophomore, good spot-up shooter. According to head coach David McCullough, Bullock makes one of two free throws there. 54-28. Also Law negotiates, steps back, guns it, and scores it. 7 threes in the game, Jim.
Wow. She's just a sophomore, too.
25 points in the contest.
It's a nice move. Really nice move there by Ray Rupert on Addie Davis, able to get the foul with the body. That's third personal on Addie Davis. Sends Rupert to the line, shooting 2.
Well, Rupert has, according to the data, set a state tournament record here with these 7 threes in Class AA. Amy Maynard and Jade Eckleberry of Oak Glen, Maynard of Old Buffalo Wayne High School, each with 6. 54-31 game. Rupert with just 2 points. All 7 of 13 from behind the arc. She has 8 rebounds in the game. Nice pass by Law, getting it to Rupert, and Rupert scores.
Yes, nice double action there. Nice unselfish play by Law to Rupert.
And her first assist of the game. Here's Addie Davis penetrating, a little one-hander runner, good.
Always seems to be very in control of where she is on the court, able to pull it up and hit that little floater.
Addie Davis up to 17 in the game. Blue Devils come up with the basketball as the Rebels turn it over. Here's Davis. Thought she was going to set those feet and gun a 3. Riggs will fire a 3. Her shot wouldn't go. Powell's 3 won't go. Davis will try one from the free throw line. It won't happen.
Have multiple opportunities for St. Mary's, not able to find the bottom of the net.
Into the game for Ritchie County, Eliza Amos. Really good shooter. Checks in, number 0. Meanwhile, for St. Mary's, Lindsay Asher is back in the game. Ray Rupert. And trying to negotiate there against Davis, Addie Davis, and there's a foul called.
Yeah, it looked like Rupert was trying to pass it out. I think she got hit on the arm. And actually, they called that on Addie Davis. That's her 4th mark. Looks like Bullock probably going to go in for her.
$56-34. Is our score here with 2:21 remaining.
Abigail Cox checking into the game, replacing Ray Rupert with 2:18 left in the contest.
Dashing to the hoop. Powell couldn't get it to go. Scrambled down below. Bullock coming away with it. Ahead she goes to Powell, and Powell will be fouled there.
Yeah, good control from Powell. Nice dish from Rupert off of the fast break, and then Emma Law couldn't quite get there in time, put a little bit of body into her contact, 2 shots.
Powell's first attempt won't go. Addie McGrady, a freshman, 5'6", number 3. She's in there for St. Mary's. Powell scores. Has 8 now in the game. Powell going to check out of the contest for St. Mary's. Avi Sprouse is back in as we go under 2 minutes to play here, and a 57-34 lead for the Blue Devils of St. Mary's over the dark blue clad Rebels of Ritchie County. Wall flicking the wrist and getting it to drop.
Got a really nice shot. What a future that young lady has.
Well, with 27 of her team's 36 points.
That's the definition of putting the team on your back.
57-36, under a minute to go in the game. Straightaway shot won't drop for Landry Riggs. Rebels out of there with it. Law fires down the floor and just beyond Abigail Cox. Back it goes to St. Mary's. So St. Mary's coming into this game 19-4. Ritchie was 16-7. 2 of St. Mary's wins coming over the Rebels. They jump out to the 9-0 lead. Good credit to Ritchie County. I mean, fought and clawed, but just time went on. St. Mary's able to stretch it out against the Rebels.
And their speed plus their ability and unselfishness to pass the ball around.
Shot no good there by Asher. Rebels will have it. Maybe one more stab at it here for Law. Law will drive. Nice little move to the hoop. Won't go through.
And the old ever-present foul with 1/10 of a second left. So that's the epitome of not watching the clock. I mean, you're supposed to be watching the ball and the players.
So at the free throw line is Emma Wagaman, and Wagaman shot up and won't drop. She is a sophomore, 5'5", and gets the second free throw, and that will do it. Now for a second straight game, winning team producing 57 points. St. Mary's takes down Ritchie County 57-37 and will advance into the semifinals later in the week in Class AA. All over here, we shall return and recap it for you in a moment on the NFHS Network.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful. Hi, this is Patayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. I really like the marinated chicken breast because the spice comes in at just the right moment. Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. It's highlighting the flavors in the chicken. That's what really makes me happy. Are you gonna eat all your fries?
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors. I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
We welcome you back live inside the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center, where St. Mary's has defeated Ritchie County 57-37 in a Class AA quarterfinal round game here at the 2025 West Virginia Girls State High School Basketball Tournament. St. Mary's moving to 20-4. Ritchie County falls to 16-8. And with the win, St. Mary's moves on to play Charleston Catholic on Thursday in a Class AA semifinal game. For St. Mary's, it was Addie Davis with 17, Brindley Bullock with 16, Lainey Watkins had 10. Elsa Law led all scorers in the losing calls, having 27 points for Ritchie County, 7 3-pointers, setting a new state record for threes in a game at the AA level. Later tonight here, it will be more AA action, and all the AA games are being played today. And at 5:30 will be Wheeling Central up against Philip Barber, and that will be followed by a AAA game, Nitro in Lewis County, and the nightcap, another AA game, Wyoming East against James Monroe. James Mahan, Jim Mahan, your thoughts on this one?
Fast pace from St. Mary's, 19 assists of 25 field goals shows you their unselfishness. So it's just a little bit outmanned. You see the shooting there, 28%, 45%. Even on the rebounds, not really anything significant on the free throws. I think the significant difference was the points in the paint, 34 points for St. Mary's as opposed to 6 for Ritchie, but the 19 assists were really a big thing out of the 25 field goals for St. Mary's.
St. Mary's shoots out to a 9-0 lead. They never look back. They lead it wire to wire, and they advance. Today's game here on the NFHS Network was produced by Video Productions in conjunction with the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission. Butch Mounts is the executive producer of Video Production Sports. And again, our final in this Class AA quarterfinal round matchup, St. Mary's 57, Ritchie County 37. For Jim Mahan, this is Mark Martin. We say so long for now. From here inside the Charleston Coliseum, thank you for watching our live streaming coverage of the 2025 West Virginia High School Girls State Basketball Tournament here on the NFHS Network.